Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to The Whiskey Friend with me, Alan. Here we are again, another new video. They just seem to keep flying round and flying round. So many whiskies, so little time, so little money. But here we are again, just for your pleasure. I'm here to help you out and help myself out by tasting some whiskey. Just a quick one folks, over the last few months I've been getting lots of comments asking me if I've tried Ben Nevis, asking me if I've tried Tamdhu, asking if I've tried Tomatin. Some of those kind of under the radar distilleries that may be under the radar to me that I've maybe not tried so much of. They might not be under the radar distilleries to you guys. But over the next probably 5 or 6 videos, I'm going to do a little series of what I would probably call under the radar distilleries. Just also to let you know, I've had lots and lots of samples sent from you guys. Probably I don't get to drink them as quickly as I can or give you any feedback as much as I can. So I'm going to take this opportunity to just open a few of these samples, give you guys some of the props for sending me the stuff and sending me the whiskey. And that's where we're going to go with that. If I remember right, I think my last year's Whiskey of the Year came from one of these samples. I think that came from Mr. Stephen Davison. I'm very thankful, and I've went out and I bought a few bottles of that one. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. So I love the samples. So the next few videos are going to be a few samples from you guys. So before I get into this one, I'd like to just give you the usual housekeeping. If you're a returning subscriber, then thank you very much and welcome back. If you've just so happened to pop in for the first time and whiskey's your thing, you may want to hit that button down below. Just a friendly reminder from me to these folks, it doesn't cost you anything, it's completely free, and you're helping the channel massively on its way to the magical 3K. Checking back on my YouTube analytics, it's telling me there's 40% of my regular viewers have still not hit the subscribe button. What are you asking for, guys? What have I got to do? Just dive in and get clicking. But here we go, let's get on with the whiskey. This whiskey, guys, I'm going to do the Ben Nevis 10. Very generously donated by Mr. Justin Adams. Anybody who doesn't know Justin Adams, he's known as the Malt Monk. He's one of the Manchester boys. He lives local to me, so I've had quite a few samples from him. So thank you very much for this, Justin, and I'm looking forward to trying this one, my friend. So without any further ado, let's get over and nose, taste it, score it. Wow, okay. Where do you start with this one? Big orange note. Wow, orange, honey sweetness, toffee, sweet toffee. Once you get past the orange, one of the things that just jumps out at you is how floral it is on the nose. It's almost perfumed. Absolutely wonderful. 10-year-old, 46%. I'm not too sure, guys, of whether it's coloured or it's unchill filtered, but colour-wise, that I'd be surprised if there was any colour in that. But I can't find anywhere to tell me whether it's coloured or whether it's not. Drop me a comment, all you smart guys that know if it's coloured or if it's unchill filtered or it's chill filtered. Anything you can tell me on this Ben Nevis 10. So Ben Nevis, that's at the Highland Whiskey. It's located at the foot of Ben Nevis, which is Scotland's highest mountain. Super. Wow. Way up there in Scotland. I'm hoping to be up there maybe in the middle of next month, so look out for the Whiskey Friend. Back to the nose of this one, guys. Yeah, honey sweetness, floral, toffee, bit of white chocolate, lots of vanilla, lots of raisins, some raisins, maybe a sultana note. It's ex-bourbon casks and ex-sherry casks combined together. I can pick up that sherry influence, those dried fruits, those big raisin notes are there. It's, at the back of the nose, it's a little bit spicy. There's a little hint of spice, some cinnamon, some clove. But it's really, really engaging on the nose. There's a little heat from the nose, guys, so you'll know that it's... But it's very, very... It just entices you in. Sets you up beautifully to taste it. And you know that's exactly where I'm going to go now. So, yeah, colour-wise, very, very like, almost white wine like that. But anyway, let's taste it. Okay, folks. Very, very punchy on arrival. The heat's there. It always reminded me of a Glenfarclas on arrival. That heatness, that kind of... It's got a little bit spicy now, but it's intense, it's hot. For 46%, it's a little bit aggressive. But it's that beautiful honey note, vanilla, toffee. Wow. Let me try some more. Just before I do that second sip, folks, just to let you know, I've had this covered up today with my trusty coin. Great news with batch 1 coins, guys. They're all sold out. Very thankful for everyone who bought one. Batch 2 should be arriving any day now. If you want to get a hold of batch 2 coins, I'll pop a little image above and I'll drop a link into the descriptions. Just pick me up, catch me up on the description, and I'll show you how to get a hold of those. If you've already bought batch 1 coins and you want to save your number for batch 2, don't worry guys, they're all locked in, they're all reserved. Just come back to me, let me know whether you want the batch 2 or whether you don't want batch 2. But again, I'll pop a link in the description, folks. Okay, on that second sip, it's not as powerful, it's not as aggressive. It's light, it's crisp, it's clean. The orange is still there, the orange citrus is there, but the big raisin note, it's honeyed, it's toffeed, so definitely some white chocolate. It's so complex for a 10-year-old. I'm surprised. I wasn't expecting it to be as complex as this. Really, really nice whiskey. Thanks for sending me it, Justin. As it's heading towards the finish, I'm picking up some chocolate, some coffee, a little bit oaky, and it's getting spicier, so there's cinnamon and clove. Wow. But there's a beautiful balance, folks, between the Ben Nevis spirit. I think the couple of Ben Nevises I've had before, they're really, really spirity, very malty. I've had Ralphie's 4-year-old Ben Nevis, which was peated. That was deep and heavy and dirty. This is not anywhere near as dirty as Ralphie's 4-year-old. This is much cleaner, this is much fresher. But it's wonderful, wonderful stuff. And I'm very, very glad to have tried it. There's a beautiful balance between the Ben Nevis spirit and those sherry casks. Beautifully integrated, they work really well together. But let's do a little bit for the finish, folks. Then I'll score it. Just before I do the finish, folks. The nose was wonderful, beautifully engaging, really aromatic, really unusual, perfumed, floral, beautiful honey sweetness, citrus, raisins, really, really complex nose. On the palate, it's an intense arrival, settles down on a second sip. Really, really long development. Development just seems to develop forever, which I think is taking a wee bit away from the finish, because the finish kind of drops off, not off a cliff, but it's more a kind of short to medium finish. And in that finish, I'm picking up a little bit of oakiness. It's getting spicy now, some all spices there, the coffee's there, and there's a beautiful honey note there on the finish. So all in all, it's a fantastic dram. What would I score it? Considering it's a sample, I've really, really enjoyed it. And 86 out of 100 for this one. I know you can pick up this one 40 to 50 pounds. I'd like to pick it up nearer the lighter end of that, the £40 end rather than the £50 end. I believe there is a 10-year-old cask strength version of this, which is a wee bit harder to come by. I have tried a few samples of that one. The money wise, it's almost double the money, so I would be happy to start with this one. Just heading into this one, guys, although this is a 10-year-old whiskey, you think it would be a beginner's whiskey. But Ben Nevis is one of those whiskies that's really, really characterful, really malty, lots of complexity, really, really engaging whiskey, and I think it's not there for the beginner. I think once you've tried a few whiskies and you're kind of halfway down the road of your journey, then yeah, I think Ben Nevis is one of those distilleries to dive into. So, over to you folks. I'm going to hand over the reins, dive into the comments. If you're hanging around this long, don't just sit in the background and not tell me you're there. If anybody's got any news on Ben Nevis, if you've tried Ben Nevis, if you love Ben Nevis, let me know. Don't forget to thumbs up, hit those thumbs up buttons, smash those thumbs up. hit the subscribe button. It's just down below there, folks. You know where it is. You can also catch us up on all social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. We're back on Patreon again. I've recently relaunched Patreon. I'd love you guys to pop over, have a look. If all support that comes through Patreon, folks, comes straight back into buying this stuff behind me. So other than that, guys, the coins, you can have a link in the description. It'll tell you how to get a hold of them. And that's me. I'm getting too hot now. I need a drink of water. And until the next time, I'm Alan, the whiskey friend. The pleasure is in the sharing, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Thank you now. Bye-bye.